Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're doing another full face of Chanel because I like to do these every once in a while, and I have a theme for today's video, which is glowy summer makeup. Because most people are already talking about Halloween and fall and all those kind of things, and I still want to experience my summer a little bit more. So I figured we'd do a nice bronzy, glowy makeup look, and we can say goodbye to summer a little bit later. So I'm going to keep my eyes relatively simple today, and I want to focus mainly on the skin. So I'm going to start with foundation, and for foundation I'm actually going to use my Le Teint Ultra today. This is supposed to be demi-matte, but still luminous. I have mine in the shade Tan Beige, but I'm going to mix it with the Le Beige Fluid Enlumineur Belle Mine, the Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid. That's what they usually call it. So I'm going to take this much, about 2 pumps. It's probably too much, but I want it to be nice and glowy. And then I'm taking another 2 pumps of foundation, and I'm taking my brush and I'm mixing these up well. I'm going to start in the center of my face and build from there. I don't think this was such an excessive amount at all. I know this liquid illuminator trick is one of Nicole TV's favorites, and I hardly ever use it. My preferred method has always been to put a liquid illuminator underneath, but since this foundation is, well, a little bit more medium to full coverage, I was afraid that you wouldn't be able to see the illuminator anymore. I have to say, adding the liquid illuminator really makes it a little bit more difficult to blend out this foundation. It's usually a very easy process, but I'm going to have to add my sponge on top. There, that's a lot better. The Healthy Glow fluid made it a little bit more light to medium coverage, but I think that's perfect for a summer look. For concealer I'm going to have to mix, because I do really love the Chanel Le Correcteur. I have it in the shade Tan Beige again. But since this is the same shade as my foundation, I always mix it with a little bit of the white concealer from Makeup Revolution. This truly is my favorite, or one of my favorite concealer formulas. This rarely creases on me, but I think the combination with the Revolution concealer is pretty good. I don't know if I would like this concealer on its own, but I always mix it with the Chanel. That's basically the only thing I use it for. And it works out fine. So I'm taking my Primark brush, the Sigma dupe, and I'm blending the concealer out. I always leave my under eyes for last, just because the coverage gets a little bit higher if you let it sit for a little bit. So I blended out the concealer, and now I'm going back with my foundation brush to make sure there are no harsh edges. I like that. So now I'm going into the most important product for this video, and that is the Soleil, this is the Le Beige bronzing cream. I always get it mixed up with the old name, which is the Soleil Teint de Chanel. Mine is still okay. I used this earlier today just to check, because with a lot of people on YouTube this one has already dried out. And I've had mine for about a year, and I accidentally threw away the divider. So I figured it would dry out very quickly, but so far so good. And I'm just going to stipple this. I have this Real Techniques contour brush, which is a little bit smaller. And I like to use this for all my cream contour and bronzing products. And I feel a little bit more comfortable recommending this product now that there is a darker shade. I mean, it's not perfect, but more people can use it now, so that's good. This is the shade 390. There is also a shade 395 since earlier this year. But this shade works pretty well for me, especially in the summer. And the price per gram of this product is actually insane. I think it's something like $1.36 per gram. And I mean, Chanel eyeshadows are probably 16 times as expensive. I also take a little bit down my neck, or more around my jawline. Little bit at the bottom of my chin. I like to do this with bronzer. With contour I really stay underneath my jaw, but with bronzer I take it down, or I take it up a little bit further. So this looks like a hot mess, I know. But I'm going to go back with my foundation brush and I'm going to go around the edges. And I have used this bronzer on top of powders and I wouldn't recommend it. Every time I tried to do that, I pretty much had to start over with my makeup. But like this, I really like it. One could say that it is a little bit too dark for me, but like I said, in the summer I really like this look. It looks so nice and healthy. I'm just going to set in the center of my face so this will all stay nice and glossy. I know, I really like this look, especially for summer. Close it up nice and tight. Maybe that's the key. So now I'm going into my pressed powder. This is the Poudre Universelle Compact, so the universal compact powder. It comes with this stupid little thing. And I often use the little cushions, but this one is just unusable. And I take another smaller Real Techniques brush. And I have to really go over this one a lot because it got heartburn. I don't know if you can see. So it gets heartburn very quickly. So I really have to work the brush in the product to get the product out. But when I do, I really like this powder, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I can recommend it. Maybe the loose powder is better. But when you get it out, this is a really nice smooth powder that doesn't mattify too much. And it is pretty lightweight. But I don't find my concealer creases at all when I use it. So it is a pretty nice powder, I can't get it out. Not as easily, at least. So I pretty much only powder the places that I used concealer. And then I'm also going to powder my eyes. Because I didn't use an actual eyeshadow primer, I just added some foundation up there. By the way, let me ask you something stupid. If you made it this far into the video, then I grant myself very lucky, because I've discovered in my analytics that a lot of people only watch a couple of minutes from my videos. And I find that a shame, and it's probably because somewhere my quality isn't good enough. Now, I have been toying around with the idea of getting a microphone, but would you let me know if there's something really bothering you about my videos? And would you let me know, because then I can change it and maybe the quality will be better for you. I mean, could be something stupid I don't even realize. Or maybe it's just my accent. I wouldn't rule that out. Anyway, I'm very grateful that you are watching this far, but just wanted to ask. So this is my base, and I think this looks perfectly summery and glowy. I'm really happy with this. So I don't have a Chanel brow product. I wish I did, but I'm going to use something closest to it, which is my Dior brow product. So this is the Dior Pump and Brow. This is actually my favorite brow gel. And I assume it's close in price to the Chanel brow gel. So that's something. So now we're going into the eyes. And I wanted to do something simple. I wanted to use my ombre, what are these called? Ombre Premiere Lac. So these are the liquid eyeshadows. I have two of them. I have this sort of champagne colored one and I have a red one. So like I said, I have two colors. I have this champagne-y one and then this sort of bronzy one, and I want to use both of them. So I'm going to start with the bronzy one. These are actually in my project pan. My goal is to use them 5 times before the end of the year. And the champagne one will be my 3rd time using it today. So that one is going strong. This will be my 1st time. So I'm going to put this a little bit higher. And then also a little bit in my outer corner. I really like the packaging and the colors of these liquid eyeshadows, but they're not really shiny enough for my liking. So I think they're pretty, but I don't really reach for them because there's always something nice and glittery I want to use. I'm going to take my finger and blend out the edges a little bit. And I'm also going to put this underneath the lower lash line on the outside. So that's the base for my eyeshadow look. Now I'm taking the champagne shade and I'm going to put that more on the inner side of my lid. And I must say I do really like this champagne shade because it is a little bit more light. It's a little bit more reflecting. And I'm taking that also on the lower lash line. So that's my quick and easy eye look. Like I said, this video is mainly focused around the bronzing cream, if I'm being honest. For mascara, I have this Volume Stretch Mascara sample. This is not my favorite mascara, but it'll do. And I want to use as many Chanel products as possible. I feel like I cheated using the Dior brow gel, but couldn't be helped. So as you can see, it's pretty subtle. But it's okay. It's actually nice because the eyeshadow is also so subtle. For blush, I am going into a powder product. I have the Rouge Contrast in 72 Rose Initial. This is the shade. It's sort of a peachy pink. And I do really like this blush. In my last video I actually tried the Premiere Lac as a blush and it worked fine. But I want to do something a little bit different this time. See how nice that blush is? It really is the perfect shade for pretty much any look. It's not extremely pink. And I am going to put it pretty high because I'm not going to use an additional highlighter today. I think my base is glowy enough. So that's it for almost all of my makeup. Now all we need to take it home is my newest Rouge Coco Flash. I bought one in the shade 146 Dazzle, which is this beautiful orangey red. And I'm going to try it on today. Well, I have put it on before, but I'm going to wear it on camera for the first time. This really is the ultimate summery shade for me. This is why I can focus on the skin and not so much on the eyes, because I know the lips are also going to demand a lot of attention. So this is my finished face. I really like this look for summer. I had a lot of fun recreating it with only Chanel products. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please consider subscribing to my channel. Again, let me know whatever I'm doing wrong, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.